Hi, I'm Slavik with iDrinkCoffee.com. Today I'm presenting the S-Automatik burr grinder from ECM in Heidelberg, Germany. The S-Automatik has a 64mm burr set and timed grinding, so you can program your single and your double dose, but you can also grind manually. In order to present this grinder, I'm going to show you the feature set, I'm going to go over how to use it, and then I'm also going to do a test on the dosing consistency. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grind a double dose, and then I'm going to weigh the results so we can see from grind to grind what our dosing consistency really is on this grinder. The S-Automatik comes in two finishes, as we see here. This one here is the anthracite, so it has this anthracite coating on it, and of course this is the classic stainless steel chrome finish. The grinder has stepless grind adjustment, and it actually has a worm gear, a reduction gear, and we adjust it by moving this handle here. When I'm turning it away from me or clockwise, the grind is getting finer. When I turn it the other way, counterclockwise, the grind becomes coarser. The hopper on the S-Automatik is a 500-gram hopper, so you can fit a full pound of coffee in there. It fits a full bag usually. And it does have a closing mechanism, so we can basically close this in order if I want to remove my coffee beans. I mean, this hopper, of course, has no beans inside it, but and then I open it up in order to let the coffee flow through the hopper. I also want to point out one small difference between the anthracite and the chrome, and that's this gear right here. The anthracite comes standard with a metal gear. So this here, the adjustment mechanism is metal, whereas on the chrome version, it's plastic. This can be upgraded to the steel version, but of course, it's an additional cost. It's not standard with the grinder. Then we have the chute, and this is where the coffee comes through. I like the length and the shape of it. You get the coffee, and we'll see when I actually grind a little bit later, but it goes directly into your portafilter. The trigger's back here, and that's also activated using your portafilter. You press it once for a single dose, or if you press it twice, you get a double dose. Or if you want manual grinding, what you would do is you just hold it in. And then once you have enough coffee inside your portafilter, you let go, and the grinder stops. Here are the portafilter forks, as we just saw. They're there to support your portafilter. And down here is the timing mechanism. And I'll show you how to program that in just a moment. Final feature, of course, is the ground tray, and that's branded with the ECM logo. It's just right here, so any stray grinds fall onto your tray, and then you can easily remove this and then put this in your knockbox or your compost or whatever you want to do. Programming this grinder or changing the timing is very, very simple. The way we do that is we press both buttons together, and here you see an option. I have T1. It disappears quite quickly, so I'm just going to press it again. You have T1, T2, and then manual grinding. And T1 is, of course, your single shot. Then you press the plus button, and you can change the grind time. I had it at 3.5 seconds, but you can go up and down very easily. Let's leave it at 3.5. Just wait a moment. It'll go back. I can then change T2 as well, which I have set to 6 seconds, or sorry, 6.5 seconds. If I want to raise that, I can go to 7, for example. And then the manual option, all that is to turn the grinder into straight manual. So if you turn that on, the timing function doesn't work. You just get manual all the time. So now let me show you how this all comes together and how it works. Basically, again, it's very, very simple. You take your portafilter, and for a double, I'm going to press this twice, and it grinds for the preset time. You can see the distribution is quite nice, and this is a little small for a dose, so I would actually have to increase my grind time, and I'm going to do that in a moment when we do the dosing consistency test. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test the dosing consistency of this grinder. And in order to do that, I'm going to weigh the result each time. I'm going to do 5 consecutive doses. And you can see right now I've got the basket removed. I removed the basket because it's a little bit easier to do it that way. I have it tiered at 0.0. When I remove this and then I put it back, it goes back to 0. I've got the grinder set to 7 seconds for a double dose. And when I grind my first dose, it's 18.6 grams. The second dose is 18.5 grams. The third dose is 19.1 grams. The fourth dose is 18 grams, or yeah, 18.1 grams. And the fifth dose is 18.5. So you can see that consistency is quite tight. We had less than a half-gram variance between the smallest and the largest dose. That's really good for a home grinder. Anything up to a gram and a half, I think is quite good. And it's also very fast. It was only 7 seconds to get 18 grams, and this is a proper espresso grind. This is a grind I was using earlier and getting great shots with. As we've seen, the ECM S-Automatik is a great grinder. It has a very rich feature set, things like the stepless grind adjustment, the timed dosing, and the consistency. Also, its large burrs make it very fast. It's a great pairing with your ECM machine in your home, or really any prosumer level machine. If you have any questions about the S-Automatik or any one of our products, please feel free to reach out and ask for help. We're here and we're happy to offer it. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos about coffee grinders, espresso machines, coffee machines, everything to do with coffee. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.